Welcome back in. It is April 1st, so that probably has you thinking a little bit more about spring, maybe doing some spring cleaning, but we're not talking about the house or the garage. It's also a good time to take a look at your finances. Charlie Heid with CLA is with us this afternoon to go over some things that you might want to consider to better set you and your family up for financial success. Good to see you. Hey, are you making it through tax season though? You still have like 2 weeks.
2 weeks to go, and it's just that time of the year.
It sure is. But we are spring cleaning, and we don't often think about making sure our finances are where they should be. So some of the things that we're going to talk about today include making sure you have your estate is settled, all of the will, all that good stuff. So where do we start?
So the big thing is make a commitment to get an estate plan. And when I say estate plan, a lot of people might say, well, you know, my estate, it's, you know, with the exemptions today, I'll never have a taxable estate. That's only a small component. You want to have an estate that is set up to care for your family, to address the unpredictable. So let's start there.
Okay.
If you don't have an estate, you need to get one.
Yeah.
And so many people put it off because too young, not thinking about it. And I'll put myself in that category. Years ago, this is what I do for a living, yet I kept putting it off. And you know what? We got it done. The other reason is people don't want to think about end of life.
Sure, nobody wants to think that's, you know.
But it's so important, and it's not because of you, because let's face it, you'll be gone.
Right.
But it's for your family that you're leaving behind. You want to make sure your plans are set in place so the assets that you've built up over your lifetime get to the individuals you want them to get to, and they're properly taken care of if you've got kids.
Right, and I think we think about that in our family. You don't want there to be any question. You know, oh, what would they have wanted?
Correct.
Yeah. So when we talk about a will, how does all of that play into that?
So when you think about it, there's really 4 documents that you want to have. You want to have a will, you want to have a power of attorney, you want to have a living will, and then you want to have your healthcare proxy. So let's get into the will. It's just a document that says, how do you want your assets divided up upon your death? Who gets what? Okay? Then 2, you've got the power of attorney. And I had that for my parents because I took over their finances as they got older. So I was able to do their finances and handle legal matters for them. So then you get to the health care, and that is giving, or the living will, that is giving directions to, you know, you might be incapacitated, and it's allowing your loved ones to know what your wishes would have been. Do you want to be, you know, resuscitated?
Right.
And then the last one is the healthcare proxy, and that is who are you going to put in charge to make those decisions about, do I need to have the, you know, machine turned off?
Right.
Yep.
So, and it's so much easier on your loved ones then if these decisions are already made for them, because it's going to be a difficult position for them to be in already. So if you have it all kind of figured out for them, that at least helps.
And that's the one thing I think a lot of people hesitate because they think, well, the plan I put in place has to be perfect, you know, and it doesn't have to be perfect. The plan needs to be put in place, but it's not set in stone. And you always want to come back and be reviewing it on a regular basis and making changes.
You might need an update.
Right. Life's unpredictable.
Yes.
And what you did 5 years ago may not apply today.
And what if there is no one you're going, well, I don't know who I would want to leave my kids with. I don't know who I would want to put in charge of my finances.
Yes.
Is there a trust, or how can you set something like that up?
So typically when you think of what is a trust is a legal document that you are funding or transferring your assets into, and it doesn't have to be all your assets, particular assets, and then that trust is overseen by a trustee who is there to take care of those assets and administer the trust according to your wishes. So you see a lot of it where you might set up a trust because you have a young child. And you and your husband might be saying, you know what, if something happened to both of us at the same time, we need to take care of our child. So you can set up that trust. You could have a trustee that could be a sister, a brother, you know, or if you're not comfortable with anybody in your family with those decisions, you can go to a professional trustee. You have a lot of banks have trust departments, and they can act.
Okay.
And again, they're fiduciarily bound by the trust document that was drafted to state your wishes.
Okay, so it is important. I know, like you said, we like to put it off. We don't want to think about these things. But if somebody's saying, okay, it's time to get it done, where should they go to a lawyer, find a lawyer?
Yeah, so a lot of people might be hesitating about, well, what's it going to cost me to go to an attorney? So if cost is an issue, that you shouldn't avoid this. I would reach out to the Toledo Bar Association, has some outstanding resources on their webpage. They have some helplines that you can call. I would start there.
Okay.
If you think about, I don't know what attorney to go to, they could direct you. Or you could also reach out to friends, family, who's your banker, you know, again, who's your CPA?
Yeah, who's your CPA?
Could give you,
you know a guy.
Yeah, I know a guy.
Very good. Great information for us today, getting us thinking, hey, now we filed our taxes. We did that part. Now we should start thinking about
Yes.
clearing some other things up. Charlie, thanks for being here today. Appreciate it. We'll be right back. Stay with us.